Welcome back to our series, Cultivating Dignity.
Hi, President Joe here, back again to encourage you to cultivate dignity daily, to recognize each individual's inherent value as fundamental and essential to a good working partnership, team, and community. In prior episodes, we've introduced the concept of dignity and its 10 essential elements, as well as traps for the unwary, ways in which one might violate dignity, together with suggestions to how to restore it. Stories about how dignity is violated can weigh heavy upon us, and for good reason. They're behaviors we should try to avoid. Instead, we want to bring positive energy to our work relationships. In this episode, I'm delighted to share the story of a Stockton employee who is working to affirm the dignity of others by listening carefully to those around her, seeking out feedback about her job performance, not only looking to leadership for guidance, but also from peers, partners, and those who report to her. I've asked Christy Cunningham, Associate Director of Training and Development in Human Resources, to introduce you to one of our employees and her personal use of a 360-degree feedback tool. This is a new approach for Stockton, and I'm pleased to introduce this strategy as we work to implement 360-degree feedback for managers as a professional development tool.
Thanks, President Joe. The Human Resources team is poised to support all employees in their efforts to grow and develop in their current roles, as well as to explore opportunities for advancement. Today, I'm pleased to interview Jovina Bermudez, a member of our financial aid team in the Enrollment Management Division, who is working to do just that. Jovina, could you tell us a little bit about your background and your role here at Stockton?
Yes, I'd love to share. I've been working in financial aid for over 20 years, starting as a student worker at the community college in Burlington. After transferring to and graduating from Stockton in 2006, I returned to the financial aid team at Burlington, eventually becoming the Director of Financial Aid. In 2023, I joined Stockton as Associate Director of Financial Aid in the Enrollment Management Division, which is my current position.
Great. I understand that it is your personal practice to use a 360-degree tool to elicit feedback from your staff, peers, and partners. What is that, and how does it work?
A 360 allows someone to obtain feedback from multiple people they work with at varying levels. Traditional performance evaluations are typically just one-directional, supervisor to employee only. It's not structured to elicit feedback from others. Instead, a 360 allows one to get feedback from all of the team members. For me in financial aid, that includes my direct supervisor, but also my reports, peers, other directors, and associate directors on the enrollment management team, as well as a divisional executive. I did my first 360 at my former institution and received positive and constructive feedback that's helped me to grow as an employee, team member, supervisor, and leader. I wanted that kind of feedback here at Stockton as well, so I created it for myself.
Can you give us an example of feedback you received and how you used it, as well as how your colleagues responded to the call for feedback?
I received some valuable feedback. I was initially concerned that no one was going to fill it out. I think that my request for feedback was met honestly, with some surprise, some hesitation, and some wariness, but largely with support. Because historically, Stockton has not utilized the 360 as part of its personnel practices. This was the first time most of my colleagues ever received a request like this. I sent the request to approximately 20 people and received 10 responses. I used a few open-ended questions, such as what should I start, stop, continue, as well as some multiple choice questions. It's actually a little hard to create a 360 for yourself from scratch. I did a lot of research because I didn't want to have any leading or biased questions. I didn't want to ask yes/no questions, but I also wanted to make my request as painless as possible for the reviewer, respecting their time, while still getting some essential feedback for myself. As for the feedback itself, while most was positive and encouraging, and we all need that, I did get some constructive feedback. Feedback that I had to sit with and reflect on before even beginning to think about developing an action plan for improvement. I had to think about whether the recommendations I received were sound, how to address the concerns, and commit to doing so, recognizing that only I have the information and power to do so. When you engage in a 360, you must be willing to really wrestle with the information that you receive and decide what you can and want to do about it.
Thanks, Jovina, for sharing this important professional practice. By recognizing that as a manager, you have as much to learn from others as they do from you, you are affirmatively honoring dignity, letting your colleagues, regardless of position, know that their views are important to you, your work, and that of the team.
I'm particularly pleased to learn how employees like Jovina are embracing the ethic of care and honoring dignity by affirmatively seeking out feedback from others. I'm encouraged too by the great strides our Human Resources team, the Morale Working Group, and others are making to support these efforts, as well as to introduce a 360-degree tool into our managerial development process. Stockton has partnered with PerformYard to implement a performance management system, which includes a 360-degree feedback component. In closing, let me emphasize that I know Jovina is not alone in honoring dignity here at Stockton. Each day, I encounter so many others who are being self-reflective, open to feedback, and, like Dr. Max Goodwin of New Amsterdam, asking this question.
Dr. Goodwin?
How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Imagine I just said, how can I help in Tuvaluan? How can I help? Just shout it out. Max Goodwin, how can I help? 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 I need your help. How can I help? That's very good. Because I just want to know, how can I help?
Until next time, Ospreys, soar higher by intentionally working to honor dignity every day.